Now the disciples all the time, they're always running to Jesus, asking him questions, never with any kind of answer in their heads. They just want Jesus to provide all the answers, which we do too. But here's how the story goes. It says, by now it was already late, and the disciples approached Jesus and said, "This is a deserted place, and it is already late. Dismiss the people so that they can go to the surrounding farms and villages and buy themselves something to eat." Jesus said to them in reply, he said, "Give them some food yourselves." And the disciples replied and said, "Are we to buy 200 days' wages worth of food to give it to the people to eat?" And Jesus asked them, "What do you have to offer? Go and see." And when they had found out, they had 5 loaves and 2 fish. And giving the orders, he had them sit in groups on the green grass. The people took their places by rows of hundreds and fifties. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to the heavens, he said the blessing, broke the loaves, and gave them to the people to eat. He divided the fish among them all. They ate and were satisfied, and in the end, they picked up 12 wicker baskets full of fragments from what was left of the fish. Those who ate were of about 5,000 men. So we hear this scripture a lot. We hear this. And how it relates to our daily lives is that this scenario plays out each and every day from the moment that we wake up. So just like us, we can put ourselves in the story where Christ is off being alone, but the rest of the world follow. But in this instance, we can also be the disciples. Because they see all these people there, it's getting late, and they walk over to Jesus and they're like, "Jesus, there's a lot of people here. You need to tell them to go home so that they can eat. We don't have food." And Jesus says, "Not my problem. Give them some food." And then they respond kind of like we would. "Well, wait a second. You want me to spend 200 days worth of my money to feed a bunch of people that came here to hear you talk?" And then he says the most profound thing that he says to you and I every day. "What do you have to offer?" So, I don't know, we have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. There's 5,000 people out there. And he says, "Give it to me." And he breaks it and he blesses it and he makes sure that everyone eats. But even in the end, there's 12 wicker baskets full of fragments left over, right? So in the morning when you wake up and you look in that mirror, he looks back at you and he says, "What do you have to offer?" And some days you're going to say, "Lord, I am ready to take on the world. I am ready to glorify you. Things are great. I feel positive. I feel energy. I feel that things are going in a great direction. I am so excited. I'm giving it all to you, Lord." And he will raise you on his shoulders and he will say, "Well done, good and faithful servant, and I am glad that you will glorify me with your gifts." And then there's going to be some days when you look in the mirror and you say, "Lord, I have nothing. I am so broken. I am so hurt. I'm so lost. I'm tired. Lord, I have nothing to give you today." Some days you might even say, "Lord, all I have to give you is a handful of tears." And even if we give him a handful of tears, he will say, "I will break it and I will bless it. And I will make sure that your story, no matter who you come in contact with today, is fed by your living example to overcome, your living example to persevere." And not only will you change the lives of those people that you meet, but as a leader for me, as my disciple, there will be leftovers. And the leftovers in our lives become part of the people that we meet and we help, that they then go out into the world and continue to spread a message because we were the image of Christ for them. And they become inspired and they become their own offshoot of a disciple to then go out into the world because you made them better. In the end, as a leader for him and as his disciple, we can't be for sale. Lots of things in life are for sale. And lots of things get undervalued. But you can't sell out who you are because things didn't go your way. You can't forget what Christ has done for you because things are so well that you didn't really need to think about him or ask him for anything that day. Inside you needs to be a dwelling place that when other people encounter you, that they walk away from you feeling better that they knew you and feeling that their life is improved because they encountered you and indirectly encountered the image of Jesus Christ.